මේ network එක හරිද කියලා බලන්න. network එක drop වෙනවා නේ. එතන ඉන්නේ. network එක drop. ආ ඒ දාන්න දෙන්න. drop වෙනවා නේ. බලන්න එක signal එකයි. මෙතන ළඟ තියෙන router drop වෙන්නේ කියලා. router මෙතන වගේ තියෙන බලන්න. signal එක අනුවට කියන්නේ speed එක තියෙනවා. එකක් තියෙනවා. අදට විතර වගේ තියෙනවා. ඒ ටික මට ඒක සේව් දාගන්න කොහෙන්ද දාන්නේ? ආ ඒක තමයි. Linux එකේ තියෙන කොහොමද? ෆයිල් එකට ෆයිල් එක දෙන්න. දැන් නම් කරන්නේ නැහැ. ශනි 10ක් කරක් තියලා තියෙනවා. දැන් ඒක දාන්න බෑ. දාන්න කරන්න. අටක් තියෙනවා. නෑ. අටක් නෙවෙයි. කොහොම දාන්න යන්නේ? dimension folder එක අස්සේ තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් කීපයක් මම වීඩියෝස් තෝරගෙන තියෙනවා. ඒක කරන්න බෑ චිතනේ මම. ඒක එහෙම කරන්නේ මේ මෙතනින්ම යන්න.
Right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mohammed. Right. Now we have given you several documents. I want to check them first. Do they have them all? First one, there must be a CR book, a file that you have got a file. Right, check for the file. Online people will send it later. Other documents you can have. Online people download from PDF. Right, so first one is your file cover. Second is the maker. Okay, that means CR book. This book we used to CR book is to come write your note. Then people see whether you have this one, flower. That's your first tutorial. Small one, because the first unit is small. Then you have this 2022 GCA level biology exam paper. You can do biology exam paper fully today. Right? First day, we're going to finish the paper. Nice, neither. Don't worry. I have a syllabus. Do you have the document with you? Syllabus, what is it? Vanakkam, Assalamualaikum, and then Ayubuan, Kohomadalawai. So this is the beginning of your A-level life. So warm welcome to the class. It's a long journey. We're going to stay together, bonded for another 2 years and maybe 2.5. Right? We don't know when exactly your exam is going to be fit, but it's a long journey. Right? So I'll do the guide to you to achieve your GCA level examination. There are a lot of things that we need to do. So I'm so happy to see a lot of students selecting biology in it, right? Without doing mathematics and ICT in it, we're going to be rewarded, don't worry. So we discussed certain things on first day people on the seminar day. How many of you came for the seminar? Please raise your hand up. If you came for the seminar, some of you came. All right. Then Lamai, firstly we'll start with your biology syllabus. Can you find this the lizard material? Take that out. We'll start with the result. And forgot to tell, I'm Sampalanka Veeran. That is a luxury uncle. You can call him luxury uncle. I call him luxury. So any issues, he's like a father. Mind, don't worry, talk with him. He is there to help you at any moment. ඔලුවර දෙනවා නම් ලක්ෂරි අංකල්ට කියන්න. කනනොල්ල එහෙම චාප්පි දාගෙන ඉන්නේ හරි. එතකොට පන්තින් කලින් යන්න ඕන නම් නේද? දැන් ලක්ෂරි අංකල් කියන්නේ ඉතින් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ප්‍රශ්නේ පරක් කළා එනකොට කියන්නේ. Is there to help you. Okay. Now people, biology syllabus implemented from 2017. So we're going to do this syllabus. Let's have a look to that unit. So there are certain things for you to go home and read. Page number 2. Go to page number 2. National goals. Basic competencies. You go home and read now. Find a dictionary. Keep it aside. Those are any those things are not for you, for the teachers. Hurry. What you need to know here is this page number 3. List of topics and allocated number of periods. Introduction to biology. 5 periods are allocated for that. 5 periods. You can touch you. දසමයක් හරිද? රැදියා දුවන්න බෑ. හරි testing හරිනේ. ඇතනේ. Fine. First one is introduction to biology. 5 periods people will be going with that. 5 periods introduction. So simple introduction, right? So you have learned biology, no need to introduce it much. You did for grade 9, 10, 11, 12, you did biology. Maybe you don't need an introduction. So we will be doing it very quickly. Unit 2. Can you read the name of it? Oh, chemical and cellular basis of life. How many periods are allocated for that? 85. So you can see that all these different units, they don't have equal weight. The weight is different. Chemical and cellular basis. So 85 periods are there. What is the longest unit you think people in GC world? Luxury. What is the longest unit? Animal form and function. Periods 193. And then so many other units. Only 10, Only 10. So you don't have like mini books. All over science, you had a big book. 4 books. 4 books. This is not that much. Right? By when the points you can do it easily. You will realize it to do. Then people, you have to learn about evolution and diversity of organism. The unit 3. Unit 4, plant form and function. Then you will love plants. You love plants, so you eat plant, you love chicken and you eat chicken, and this is like that. You love means people is a different level of love. You eat and you say, I love chicken. That's not fair. Chicken hate that word love. When somebody, I love KFC chicken, finger licking good. Kala madura English soup like next one people. Animal form and function. We learn certain animal things in grade 10, grade 11, systems, grade 10, first book, second book, you learn a lot of systems. So you can learn them little in detail for A-levels. So it's like well known lesson. Genetics also you did. I think grade 11, you learn genetics and little bit, maybe grade 10 also, partly. And then molecular biology and recombinant DNA technology, you learn little for O-levels. I saw that in your textbook. I think 2-3 pages are there for recombinant DNA technology, genetic engineering and all. But here people, we have one full unit, one whole unit to discuss about the recombinant DNA technology. It's like people IT. It's like IT No, no, it's like part of the life now. You can't like live without information technology. Same like that. You can't learn biology people without the recombinant DNA technology now. So very important section. Then environmental biology, learning about environment biology. Right? It was a unit 9. What is that people? Microbiology. 50 periods. Ne? You will learn about microbes, tiny creatures. Ne? Or 11 last one is what people applied biology. Altogether, how many periods people you have to attend 600 school periods, huh? How many for one period? Huh? 45 minutes. You can multiply it by 45 into 600 and then you can see that how long that you have to stay studying, right? Biology. Okay. Right, moving to next page. Moving to next page. This is important. Um, Suppose term-wise breakdown of the syllabus. So a lot of students are asking questions later. They come and ask, so what is going to be included for the first term test? What is going to be included for the second term test? This is the guideline, right? First term test, you have to go from unit 1 to unit 3.2. That's the third unit diversity lesson about plant diversity. Up to that, you have to learn for the first unit, first term test. Second term test, unit 3 to 4.5. Middle of the plant form and function lesson. Neither. 11 third term, end of the plant form and function. Third term, part of the animal form and function, half of that lesson. Huh? Then grade 13, you have to learn people remaining animal form and function, and unit 6 you have to learn. Then second term, unit 7, 8, recombinant DNA technology and environmental biology lesson. And the last term people, they have to learn the microbiology and applied biology lesson. So you can keep that guideline. This is the school term-wise breakdown for school papers, your provincial papers, your provincial papers and all. Hari? Maksud ulang ni siar pun dekat dulu kamu. Siar pun dekat dulu. Now, I'll be leaving you. Aku mandi dan ada ya. Hari? Now, I will, if you have a CR book, fine. You need 2 books. One CR book for you to write the note. Second one to write essay questions and paste the marking schemes and all. You need to have a separate book, so to keep that. Shall we go to page number 4 and we'll check further. So first one, introduction to biology. So second unit, chemical and cellular basis of life. You learn grade 10, part 1 book. And then examine the basic function of life, elaborate microscope and then cell biology and all. So these things you know, you have learned for O levels and you're going to learn it a little deeper for A levels. When you go to next page, people, unit 3. Unit 3, explore evolution of life. Evolution, you know, people, the life change with time. So that is evolution due to the changing of their genetic makeup, DNA. Organisms are changing with time, right? So unit 3 about the evolution, how the present biodiversity form. Unit 4, plant form and function. By using, you learn all these things. Hurry. So quite familiar units people. I don't think that you will find it difficult to learn A-level biology. Very interesting. So if you want to have some idea, people take your O-level science book, then go to the whole biology parts, the same sections, but little deeper, I say, right? This example, but discuss right, using A-level paper, this is what you're going to do at the end, right? Online people, find that PDF, I have uploaded to the Zoom chat. I have uploaded to Zoom chat. Chetan, udah copy karan belum ada itu PDF itu? Copy karan yang ayah itu anda, okay. Hari 2022 A-level paper. It doesn't matter 2022, 23, 24, whatever. Like, Namai, the biology paper comes with biology part 1 and part 2 papers. Two papers are there. And then these two papers, not like your all science paper, you can face these two papers in 2 days. One day you go and do part 1 paper, another day. Now you do it like that for all of us. You have it same day with a break. So, easy. Simply you do first paper, blindly mark these 50 MCQs, so go home. Come in another day, right? In the second day, you come and then write the paper 2. Also, these people are good, exam department. Right, and then what is the time allocated here, people, for the part 1 paper? Here, do time make it. බලන්න කොච්චරක් වෙලා දීලා තියෙනවද කියලා part 1 bio paper. You have it? Good. හම්බුනේ. තාප තින්නද? ලක්ෂණ ආය නැද්ද papers? ඒක මේක කොතද? බලන්න උඹ මේක නැත්නම් මේක ගොන්න දෙයක්. මේක මම කාටවත් නැහැ මෙතන. එකෙන් දෙන්නද ඔක්කොටම දෙන්න ඕනේ. පස්සේ අපි 11 සති බැලන්ස් කරනවා. දැනට නිකන් දෙන්න ඕනේ බලන්න. Okay, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, you paper over. කාර්යය ඇතුළේ අවසල බලන්න ප්‍රතිපත ප්‍රතික දිරන් කියලා තමයි. ඉබදී මේක ලබන්න. හරි. අමන්නේ අද මේක ලියන්න නැහැ නේද? හරි. The people who have the paper, can you tell me how many hours allocated for your biology part 1 paper? 2 hours. How about your science 1 paper? How long? 1 hour, So 2 hours. How many MCQ questions are there? 50. How many you had for all of the science? 40. Extra 10. Extra 10, what is the time given people? 1 hour. Whole 1 hour is given, So, no, there. You can write this paper and then sleep people another 1 hour, right? But small problem is there. Tiny problem. But the small problem, all over the MCQ, you had how many choices? So how many here people? 5. So the problem that Then what is the chance of getting the right answer for O level? 1/4. This is 1/5. Probability 0.2. Never. Previously you had 0.25. 1/4, 0.25, right? Right. So, easy biology, relax. I don't know why these people are getting stressed in bio paper. Shall we go to second paper? Bio part 2. Bio part 2 is the can't out any paper there. You don't have it? No? Bio part 2 paper is in Bio part 2 paper. What is the allocated time? 3 hours. Now 3 hours for this entire paper. This paper has 2 parts. Part A and part B. Part A, 1 hour. Part B, 2 hours. Right? Part A is a structured essay paper. We call this as one structured essay. Right? Structured essay. Look at then part 2. How many structured questions you have? How many structured? 4, 4. Always how many you had for science? Part A, the part A science. How many? 4, same, same. And duration 1 hour. 1 hour. Good. Similar, Then science part 2. Altogether 3 hours. Science part 2? 2 hours. No. Whole paper. 2 hours, yeah, correct. And then part B, Part B you had 5 questions and you had to answer 3 out of that. How about here people bio part B paper? Part B paper has how many questions? 6 questions. Count them and see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10. Now don't say 10 questions. This 10 is with the full structure. And with this 6. How many you have to answer now? 6 out of for you to answer, for you to answer. This is the critical part. I would say that this is a different part for the students, different part for the students. Never. Lawan sekalian. Tanip pada adu na adu, ada flower bouquet katanya itu hamburane. And that is what we want, right? Right. Then to ready you this for this paper, we're going to do a question daily, and then you have to keep a separate book. You have to write the answer. You have to write the question on the first day. Go home, write the question, bring it. Next day we will discuss the question and paste the marking scheme. So that we're going to do one by one because there are nearly around 200 essay questions people we have to discuss in the class, and all those 200 you have to memorize the questions, and then the memorize does not mean that you have like exactly everything you have to memorize, right? It's not that stressful. We'll see how we manage that. So moving to the next section, people. So some of the resources you can download. These websites are important. The past papers you can take people the services, the exam government NI, what do you call that? Exam department website, you can download them, past papers. Class website is advancedonlineclass.com, bio, physics, chemistry, combined maths, everything, one website. And then resource books, ni.lk, right? You can obtain the resource books. There are some resource books given for this. Couple of books are there. You don't have to buy them, no need. But these are the resources for students. Couple of books are there. Resource books. So this is these books. They have the notes, right, for your syllabus. So likewise, couple of books are there. There is a practical handout. A practical handbook is there, right? So if you go to a bookshop, you can find them, but it's not in a hurry, okay? They are just guidelines, and you're going to complete all the components there, so you don't have like panic. But this one you can buy. If you go to a bookshop, forget about the resource books. You don't need them. You're going to write the note, complete one, without everybody complete note. You're going to make in the class. If you can buy, this is better. Past paper book. I recommend you to buy Savipa Publications, Maradana, or else you can buy the Atlas Hall. Master Guide, don't buy that. Master Guide, Atlas Hall is okay. Savipa Publication is okay. Savipa, green color book. Savipa. Reason is, Savipa and Atlas Hall, they have not altered the marking schemes. Original exam marking schemes are there. But the problem with the Master Guide, they have written certain things extra to support students. Probably some of those explanations are wrong. They are writing to their point of view. Some teacher has written them, and then they are not correct. Sometimes they are wrong, right? So don't buy Master Guide. And I don't get anything when you buy this book, okay? Okay, so then we learn. It's time to go to our discussion then, right? So we talked about the papers. That's over. Syllabus, we had a small discussion, and then this essay paper, you can take 2 books if you want, right? CR books. We have given you one. If you're using a big CR book with 80 pages, I want like good, and then second CR book that I have given is this. Don't misplace it. You need it. You don't need it today. You don't need it tomorrow. Sorry, you don't need it next week. But week after, you have to right, take this, find this, So you don't go and throw it somewhere. Never. When you go in the bus, you don't wipe the seat with this. Never. So don't do that. Keep it safe. Hurry. Hurry. We'll move to our discussion. Let's move to our discussion. Right, we're going to discuss people the introduction to biology. Take your CR book. CR book again. Turn to the first page. First page again. Yeah, again. Look what we are again. Biology. Biology, the language of life. Right? First page. Biology, the language of life. Find that book. Good 2027 A level. Here your name. You know, say biology, the language of life. All right. Now leave that page. Now go to the next page. Huh? You have to go to next page. Leave that entire page. Huh? Leave it fully. Then go to the next page. You can write the note there. All right? Okay. Now take the topic people, main topic. Main topic. Introduction, unit one. Huh? Right? Unit one. Unit one. Introduction to biology. Introduction to biology. You can write it in red in color or a pencil, whatever. Are we calling it well? Well, biology, the language of life. Biology, the language of life. Huh? Life language. So when you talk to somebody, you have to put some biology terms and then talk, right? To show you that yeah, you are A-level biology students. Right? Don't talk simple. That yeah. Michael na katakan ng kauri katakan na right. Now we will introduction to biology. Take a subtitle. Nature scopes. Nature scope. It's a long nature scope and the importance of biology. And importance of biology. Nature scope and importance of biology with reference to challenges. Reference to challenges faced by mankind. Faced by mankind. Nature scopes and importance of biology with reference to challenges faced by mankind. With reference to challenges faced by mankind. Right. So, title. Right. Now, biology. Biology. Bios. Bios is life. Logos. Logos. What do you call? Study of mind. So biology means what? It's the study of life. It's a study of life. Biology. So we will learn, discuss different aspects of life as you know now. Maybe different fields you're going to discuss. But people, we have a problem. Problem is with this life. We can study. Problem is life. What is life? Yeah. What is life? You can live and you can die. We all die, We all die. One day, you're going to be a dead person, Right? So, All on earth people, we don't have eternity of life. Eternity means what? We don't live forever. Eh? Bacteria die, plant die, animals die. So what makes a difference between when a person is alive and when a person is dead? Right? If I die next moment, I get a heart attack. Ammo, kiwa, never. When you die, life is like that. Ne? And then once I die, I have still my heart. Maybe my heart stops. Ne? Breathing is going to stop. My circulation is going to stop. Right? But you understand, well, my organs are not going to die like that. My organs are going to be living for some time. That is why sometimes a dead body can get electrocuted. Why? The muscles are still living. Couple of hours after death, muscles are going to stiffen like this. You call rigor mortis. Rigor mortis. Muscles are going to stiffen like this. Okay. And if a dead body is electrocuted, it's going to rise from the dead. In the coffin where the dead body is now resting in peace. I don't know, right? Some peace. Resting in peace. Suddenly you put bulbs and all around the dead body and then suddenly get electrocuted. Now you know that this person is dead. The person is electrocuted. Like this. Dead body, but standing up. Why? The muscles are still lying. You know, what happens? Hand is going to ceases off. Why your hand ceases off like that? Because that current is going to contract your muscles. So it ceases off like that. So you can see that people, the person is dead. Still muscles are alive. Person is dead. Cornea is alive. So therefore they can cut the cornea after the death. Take it. Cornea is that part of the eye. There's like part. They take it. Preserve it. Then when there's a blind person, they can graft it. And then they can do it. So person is dead. Now someone else is looking through this cornea, a living person. From a dead body, they remove organs, kidney, and then they do transplanting. Right? So therefore, you have to understand that someone's life and his organ life is something different. You can donate blood, camp. They donate blood. See your blood. And then somebody is living with your blood. It's not part of your life. Do you lose your life after donating blood to somebody? No, you're going to be like okay with that. So therefore, your cell life, your organ life, your tissue life is not your life. So it's very difficult to give a simple definition people what life is. Define it simply. It's not chemistry. Life is not chemistry. Life is not energy also. What life is, we can't if it is chemistry people, then by attending to Vajrasa's class, we can learn about life also. Life is made of carbohydrate and this bond is there, that bond is there, never. Right? Ionic bonds present, never. It's not. And if it is energy, only forces and energy, maybe you can learn it in the physics class. Right? So even somebody is dead people, then you take some wires and give some force and energy, then the life back. Well, we can't do that. Right? Why? Because it's very difficult to give a simple definition for life based on chemistry or based on physics. It's some complex state that we don't understand. Right? Some stories are there about life. There was one story I read in a newspaper. Do you believe afterlife? Right? Incarnation, reincarnation, they say reincarnation, rebirth. Right? There was one story, a small kid says about his previous life that he was a businessman and this and that. Suddenly he starts speaking about those things. So the parents found that it was an interesting story. There are some scientists in Sri Lanka who do research on this. So they go to that scientist. So the scientist and then everybody go to the location according to the description given by the child. We found a businessman, same businessman who died there some time back. About 7 years early, the businessman had died. This information where the child had given perfectly matched. Right? But there was a small problem. Right? The problem was people, this child, this child was born. This child was born before the death of the businessman. Right? This child was born before. That means something has entered. That means it's not the same baby that the parents never go to the hospital and then bring a baby. Full and with stupid lie. Mommy, how you got to Angel out of it? Oh, we took you from the hospital, Baba. But it is not like that. Somehow, when the mother bring the child home, at one particular point, according to this story, and I don't know whether this is true or not. I can't say. I mean, you have to research on it. Yeah, you can in future you want to be a scientist. You are going to be the people who are going to test these things. Something has entered. At one point, then you get some consciousness. You start saying that is me, my body, I want, this is mine. They say every time. And we don't understand that at some point it comes to your life. All right? It's a nice story. Right? So it's difficult for us to define life simply. You can't say define life simply. It's something complex state. We cannot describe with chemistry or physics. Can't describe. Can't describe with chemistry. Chemistry or physics. Yeah, it's a different state. But anyway, people, in biology, there are three main fields to study. There are three main fields of study. You know that, what are those three main fields, people? Zoology. Zoology. Right? You can learn about animals, zoology. What is the second field, people? Can you tell me loud? What is the second field of mind? Botany. Botany. What is that, people? Study of plants. Third field is the microbiology. Microbiology. Study of microorganisms. You know animals, you know plants. Do you know microorganisms? Can you tell me some of the microorganisms that you know that you have learned for all of us? Microorganism means what? You don't see them to your naked eye. You see them only through a microscope. If you see something to a naked eye, people, it's a gross structure. It is gross. GROSS. Gross කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? ඇහැට පේනවා කියන එක තමයි කියන්නේ. You can see directly to your naked eye. Open. You can wear spectacles anyway, right? But that's not it's still gross. Sorry. So what is people microscopic? You have to take a microscope, look through the microscope, focus and then see inside. Then that is microscopic, right? So microorganisms, they are tiny, visible only to the microscope. You can't see them clearly to your eye. Then you call them as what? Microorganisms. So different bacteria. Give me some more organisms, people. Bacteria. What else? Bacteria. What else? Come on. Bacteria, fungi, amoeba, protozoa, amoeba, eugenia, chlamydomonas. Can you see some more viruses? So many creatures are there, Where tiny creature which comes under microorganisms. Can animals come under microorganisms? Are they animals? Dogs and cats, microscopic ones? I have a dog, microscopic in my pocket. Do you have animals like that? Many. But there are some animals. Unfortunately, they are not dogs and cats and parrots and rabbits. Not that. These are tiny worms, nematode worms. You have not heard about nematode before for all of us. They skip that. No, no, whatever, they don't need nematodes. Skip that. So you don't have that. You didn't learn anything about it. They are tiny worms, but you know these worms better because they come and sometimes affect you. They come and say, hey, I am there. You know what I mean? You don't let you know. Call again. Sometimes you eat your back. Then it's, hey, I am there. They call you. Hello, Matang, I'm there. So tiny worms are there. Some nematode worms are even larger. Some are tiny microscopic, 200, 300 micrometers. Very tiny ones are there. Some of the mites which are eating your skin, the bees, are present at the base of your hair. Right? So some tiny animals are there which are also coming under microorganism, but generally people, microorganism means bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and viruses and all. We take them as microorganisms, right? Now, people, when we study about these organisms, there are some of the fields that we discuss. Some extra fields are there. So these are the three primary branches in biology, but then there are some more fields present, right? That you learn in bio. So one of the field is people, cell biology. Cell biology. What is that? Learning about cells. Different cells, right? And then second field, you can take people as the histology. Histology. What is histology? Do you know this word histology? What is histology means? Study of what people? Study of tissues. So you learn about cells. When couple of cells get together, some functionally, structurally similar cells with the same origin. What do you call them as a tissue? So what are the different tissues you know? For all of us, you learn animal tissues. Can you tell me some animal tissues? How many animal tissues are there, people? Animal tissues are the four. Animal tissues are I'll tell you. I'll tell you earlier result. Your future result if you say this correct. Huh? What is it? Tissue, correct. What else? Connective, very good. Third one, nerve tissue. And the last one, muscle tissue. 4 different tissues present in animals. Neighbor, 4 different tissues are there in animals. So the studying of these tissues is plant tissues. You learn plant tissues. Can you tell me the names of plant tissues, Lamai? Count again. How many different plant tissues are there? You learn simple tissues, you learn complex tissues. What are simple tissues that you know, boys? Parenchyma, parenchyma, sclerenchyma. Yeah, you can put some names and nicknames for boys with that. Parenchyma, cholenchyma, sclerenchyma. Nice names. And then what is the other type of tissue? Complex tissues. What do you learn for complex tissues, people? Xylem and phloem. Very good. Xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem. So histology. This is a little unusual, people. Anatomy. 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 What is anatomy again? Anapang kino the Cartari. Cartari anapang. What is anatomy, people? Study of structure, especially gross structure. There is something called as morphology. What is that morphology? Study of the appearance. Studying of appearance. To catch a cockroach. Right? And then you can count people how many antennas it has, how many wings it has, how many legs it has, what is the color of the body, size of the body. What are these things? Morphology. Normally in anatomy, we learn the structure, not the surface structure, but the internal structure. So you cut anatomy. It means cut and dissect and observe. So we talk about plant anatomy. So we can say zoology, right? Animal cells, animal tissue, animal anatomy. We can discuss anatomy. This word is people special. Next word, you know this, but special. We call this as PHYSIO, physiology, LOGY, physiology. Anyone knows the meaning of the word physiology, people? Physiology means what? Yeah? Function, neighbor. Physiology is function. So we talk about the animal function. Tell me some of the functions you do, some of your physiology. Your physiology, cellular respiration. You produce heat, ne? Then circulation, ne? Food digestion, some of the functions, absorption of nutrients, growth. Neither. So physiological functions, processors, people basically. Plant processors, photosynthesis, absorption of water, transport of water in the plant body. They are physiology, ne? Physiological functions, physiology. Right? So we're going to learn physiology. Next one is we're going to learn about biochemistry. Biochemistry. Biochemistry means learning about biological molecules. What are the different biological molecules you have learned people so far? All of us you learn carbohydrate. You learn what? Lipids. What else you have learned? Proteins, nucleic acids, neither. So many amino acids, simple. So biochemistry is about learning about the biological molecules, biochemistry. The next one people will take genetics. Genetics. Genetics means what? Study of inheritance. What is inheritance? Heredity and inheritance. Heredity and in two words, ne? Heredity and inheritance. What is the difference? Heredity is a process of transferring your features to your progenies. Or maybe from your parents, transferring characters to you. Never. From your mom and dad, you have received, obtained the characters. You are like a blend of your parental features. Ne? You looks like your mom and dad. Ne? Right? So, that process of transferring characters is heredity. In instance, you have inherited expressing of the parental characters in you. Heredity is transferring. Mom and dad, you, my son, take my features. They know. What do you call this process of giving is the heredity. You take it. Now you show it. Your mom has dark eyes. You have dark eyes. So it is now inherited from your mom. Heredity. Understand? Yeah? Right. So genetics will we study about that. So we can talk about animal genetics. We can talk about plant genetics, genetics of microorganisms. Right? And the last one is people ecology. Ecology means what? Study of environment. Study of environment. So when you talk about biology, it is a subject where we learn about animals, plants, microorganisms. Animals, we learn about animal cells, animal tissues, animal anatomy, animal function, animal biochemistry, animal genetics, animal ecology. Plants, plant cell biology, plant tissues, plant anatomy, plant physiology, plant biochemistry, plant genetics, and plant ecology we discuss. Ecology is studying of environment, where they live. Microbiology also same. Microbiology we learn microbiology and their cell biology. Microbiology and their tissue. Do they have tissues? Microbes? Not really. Neither. If it is not an animal microorganism, no tissues. Now, fungi don't have tissues. What they have? Parenchyma, parenchyma, sclerenchyma, connective tissue, muscle tissue. What is it? No tissues. We don't have tissues. Right? So, algae and all, you can see tissues are there. Some tissues are there sometimes. Algae, algae also not clear tissue. But then we can see people, some other organisms. Right? So microbiology and their function physiology. Microbiology and their biochemistry. Algae also we don't discuss tissues for them for levels. Maybe there are different names and different kinds given, but not for A-levels. Microbiology and their biochemistry, microbiology and their genetics, microorganisms and their living environment. Is that clear? Right? This is the first part of the note. Shall we write it? Find your books. Let's write there. I'll dictate it. Careful write. Now every time when I say, we'll write point wise. Every time people, you write the note, put a star, and then write. When I say next point, put another star, and then write. Put the star on the line. Put the star on the line. Again. Now, put the first star right there. Biology is a science which is focused. I'll read slowly. Biology is a science. Biology is a science. Online people, any issues? Please let me know. Chat is open. You can send me a message. Online. Then biology is a science which is focused on. Biology is a science which is focused on studying of living organisms. Studying of living organisms. Studying of living organisms. Got it right? Bios, 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 hyphen. Hyphen kan yang cuti ragan. Bios, life, LIFE, life. Comma. Logos, LOGOS. Logos. Hyphen dash. Study of, close bracket. Logos, study of, close bracket. Next point. The concept of life is not easy to define. The concept of life is not easy to define. The concept of life is not easy to define. Still, scientists are unable. Still, scientists are unable. Still, scientists are unable to provide an acceptable definition. To provide an acceptable definition. To provide an acceptable definition for life. To provide an acceptable definition for life. Next point. Next point, put a star. Life is something special. Life is something special. And unique. Life is something special and unique. Which cannot be explained. Which cannot be explained using laws of chemistry. Which cannot be explained using laws, LAWS, laws of chemistry and physics. Laws of chemistry and physics. Biology is a subject which is very complex. Biology is a subject which is very complex. Subject which is very complex and vast, V-A-S-T, vast. Complex and vast, V-A-S-T, vast. Next point. Hence, for convenience, yan pulon nila. Vast na nila. Natin lian. Hence, for convenience of studying. Hence, for convenience of studying. Hence, for convenience of studying, it has been divided. Hence, for convenience of studying, it has been divided into primary branches. Into three primary branches. Into three primary branches. Into three primary branches. Number one, zoology. Number one, zoology. I'll list down karane. Put number one and then write down like this. Number one, zoology. Put a hyphen and write. Zoology, put a hyphen and write. Studying of animals. The study of animals. The study of animals. Number two, botany. Number two, botany. Study of plants. Study of plants. Number three, microbiology. Number three, microbiology. Number three, microbiology. Study of microorganisms. Number three, microbiology. Study of microorganisms. Next point. Some areas of study. Some areas of study. Some areas of study in these branches. Some areas of study in these branches. Some area of study in these branches. Now you list them down 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Number one, cell biology. Again, list them down. Huh? Number one, cell biology. Within bracket, studying cells. Number one, cell biology. Within bracket, studying cells. Number two, histology. Number two, histology. Within bracket, studying tissues. Studying tissues. Number three, anatomy. Sorry, anatomy. Number three, anatomy. Studying about gross structure of body. Anatomy, studying about gross structure of body. Studying of gross structure of body. Studying of gross structure of body. Next one, physiology. Physiology. Studying function. Physiology, studying function. Studying function. Next one, biochemistry. Biochemistry. Studying biological molecules. Studying biological molecules. Studying biological molecules. Next one, genetics. Next one, genetics. Within bracket, studying inheritance. Studying inheritance. Studying inheritance. And the last one, ecology. The last one, ecology. Studying environment. Studying environment. Studying environment. Now turn to next page. I want you to copy this. Make a chart. Copy that chart. Turn to next page. Copy this. You have to, from next week, come with a scissor and a gum blue bottle. Plus red pen, green pen, black pen, blue pen, right? All pens, keep them. We'll do colorful work. Biology is very important. So that you can memorize information better when you use colors. Right? Marangin. Lesson ready karo. Acha, take a minute. Show this chart. Absolutely. Good idea. Are you good? Done, me? All right. All right. Next. And don't think about like saving space and all that. Give full space and then write people. When you study also sometimes extra points to write here and there. Keep some space. Huh? Andre ಬೇರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿಯನ್ನೋನೆ. Right. Then next people, let me paper paper. 190 will send it by post to you. So you don't need it today. This bundle of pictures are given me. I'll take that bundle again. Thank you. First and second pages. First and second pages. First and second pages. Both will take. Put the second page on the top of the first one. Put the second page on the top of the next one. Some of you have received the colored ones. Someone kind of common name. It's very important name. Try to give fully colored whenever possible. Hari. Put the second page on the top one. Then you put blue. Glue these two pages together. Not now. Then you glue it to the next page. Never. Name alavandu. Name alavandu. Name alavandu. Name blue karagan. Then this one and behind that the other one. Okay. Now, right. Issues pertaining to biology. People. Luxury. Issues pertaining to biology. Right. Now we move to another topic. Let's learn about issues. Issues pertaining to biology. It's given, ne? It's given, no? You don't write that. Now, in biology, learning biology, we have some issues. So we'll discuss one by one. If I say an issue, now what do you get as a meaning when I say, some issues are there? What is your issue? What's your issue? Your teachers are asking from you, ne? What's your issue? So issue, what is the general meaning of issue, people? Issue means what? Issue is a problem, neither. You can take a second meaning of the word issue. What then? Importance. So issue has dual meaning. You can say problem. Problem. The issue has another meaning. What that? Importance. So actually you're discussing people problems and importance. Problems and importance. First one is first issue. Number one, about 6 issues we can discuss. Right? Understanding biological diversity. Understanding biological diversity. So we have a question now. What is actually meant by biological diversity? Right? You know, people, this earth formed about 4.6 billion years ago. 4.6, once upon a time, long time ago, earth formed. At the time of the formation of the earth, there were some gases in the atmosphere. Methane, CH4, carbon dioxide, ammonia, NH3, hydrogen, then oxygen, little amount of oxygen, water, very different. Oxides of nitrogen, different NOx again, different oxides of nitrogen. Hari? Oxides of nitrogen, they were there in the early atmosphere. Right? The early earth at the point of formation was a hell. Right? There was no life. Then what happened, people? These chemicals, they reacted with lightning. Radiation, they reacted and then they transformed into simple organic compounds. They transform into simple organic compounds. Simple organic compounds. Simple organic compounds. You can take some sugars, the amino acid, sugars, acids and all. They, what you call as people, simple organic compounds. Right? By reacting with this lightning, UV radiation in the volcanic eruption, by taking energy from them, they have transformed to simple organic compounds. Simple organic compounds have transformed into complex organic compounds. These complex organic compounds, people, they have get together and then form people cells. They bound, and then some of the lipids, some carbohydrates, some nucleic acid, some proteins are the complex organic compounds. So what are simple organic compounds? Sugars. Shall I write here? Sugars, acids, amino acid. We'll take it as amino acid. Amino acid, sugars, amino acids. Online people, can you see the board clearly? Right? They are the simple organic compounds. Tell me some complex organic compounds, Pata. proteins, nucleic acid, proteins, nucleic acids, some lipids and all, lipids. They were complex organic compounds, so they bound, they gathered, and then formed people, the first life on earth. They formed first cell or the organism about 3.5 billion years ago. 3.5 billion years ago. When actually the earth formed, people? When actually the earth formed, shall I write here? Can you see the board? 4.6 billion years ago, earth formed. Then, after a long time period, what happened now on earth? Some life arose. This is some nucleic acid, right, trapped inside lipid. And this is the first cell. Now, when they say that this first cell, see whether you understand this, well, they say this first cell is heterotrophic. The first cell was anaerobic, and the first cell was prokaryotic. What is the meaning of these words? Heterotrophic means what? They don't make their own food. What do you call, when they make own food, what do you call them? Autotrophic. So we call them as heterotrophic. That means they depend on the food produced by some other organisms. Am I correct? But there was no other organism. Why? They were the first to form. So how do you say when someone is first, how do you say that the before ones? He is the first to form. Right? So, actually, there were a lot of organic compounds formed by chemical reactions. They depend on that, not on photosynthesis. They were anaerobic, means what, people? Do they need oxygen to survive or not need? They don't need oxygen to survive, anaerobic. Prokaryotic means what? No organized nucleus in cells. Give me one example of prokaryotic cell. Bacteria. Right? Cyanobacteria, archaea. Have you heard about archaea? Archaebacteria, right? So they were the first cells here. These first cells, they transform with time, people, into more complex organisms. Bunch of cells like this, they transform into bunch of cells. These bunch of cells, people, they have transformed into some other animals with time. Maybe fish, the early fish formed. And then some of these fish, they interested people about the land life, and then some of them attempted to reach to land. I don't know what this hypothetical organism, right, I'm drawing now, right, hypothetical gecko-like, some hypothetical organism, they came on land, they came out of water, on land. On land, people, they had change further and then form this kind of creatures, this type of creatures formed. Right? We don't know what this is. Some creature, some creature formed. Spears, and then that formed this guy or a girl lives today. Modern man is different, Modern man is different. Why different people? A lot of gears are there, some iPods, iPads, everything. So this is people, the modern man. What do you call this process of transforming the early simple animals to the complex ones? There is a name for that. What do you call it? Evolution. Good, very good. Evolution of biological diversity. You are a part of this biological diversity. You are just one creature, Out of these so many species present on earth, you're just one member of it, right? And then you have people, they say you have a dynamic relationship with the inanimate world. Dynamic relationship with inanimate world. Inanimate world. What do you call animate? Animation is what people live, ne? Inanimate means what then? Non-living, ne? So you have a dynamic relationship. You have a dynamic relationship with the inanimate world. You are having a relationship. Now, you know people, your relationship is not fixed with the environment. It's changing. All these organisms are like that. Their relationship changes with time. Right? Think that. After the class, you run to Woodshed bus stand. Right? Then your relationship with the environment change. You are now breathing slowly now. Ne? You don't sweat at this moment. But then after running 1 kilometer, what do you see now? Your mouth is not enough for you to breathe in and out. Ne? You are so tired, and then you start sweating, you is so becoming so hot for you. You need to fan yourself then. Why? Your relationship with the environment, people, is not fixed. It's now changing. Then you feel hungry, you are not hungry. You feel thirsty, you were not thirsty earlier. You are tired, you are not tired earlier. You are sleepy, not sleepy earlier. Ne? So it's not a fixed relationship. Right? What do you call that, people? It is a dynamic relationship. So we can see that so many creatures are there and they have dynamic relationship. Right? So if you think of this word biological diversity, this is therefore a broad word, biological diversity. Right? It has three components, of course. Biological diversity is actually species diversity. Biological diversity is what, people? Species diversity. Biological diversity is, people, the ecosystem diversity. Ecosystem diversity. Biological diversity is, people, also the genetic diversity. Now in one of the school paper they asked this question once, I think in Vishaka paper. They say, what are the components of biological diversity? Now when you say biological diversity, you can say, so it is species. How many species on earth? That is biological diversity. Wrong. Why? It's not species diversity. But also what, people? Ecosystems. But also what, people? DNA. Now you know, on earth, 10 to 100 million species present. 10 to 100 million species present. 100 million. So far we have studied 100 million present. We have studied only 1.4 million. We have studied 1.4 million over last 2000 years. From Aristotle time till today, people, 322 BC, 200 years before the birth of Jesus. From there till today, people, we have studied only, now this is 2025, ne? Plus another 200. Ne? Nearly, people, for 200, nearly for the 2300 years, people, we have studied only what? 1.4. What is the expected species diversity, people? 10 to 1. Estimated. They have estimated this. They don't know whether, they are not sure whether this diversity is there. Now we can estimate, we can count how many students in this class, we can multiply by the classrooms. Then what do you get? Estimated number of students in IMS. Is it correct value? No. But is it closer? Yes, it's closer. So they have counted the number of species present in one area, 1 acre. Then they multiply it by how many acres present in world. Then they give that, people, species diversity. Estimated number. So what is the estimate, people? 10 to 100 million. If it is 10 million, let's take the minimum number. What is the remaining to study, people? What's remain to study? Minus 1.4, 9, 8.6 million species are still outside there without our knowledge. So it is a challenge, people, understanding biological diversity. Why? We have not studied, we don't know their existence even. Why that is so difficult, people? We can't reach to all places on earth. We can't, simply. Never. Now think of people, Mariana Trench, 11 kilometers in depth. Our record of dive of human body, right? If you want to dive one day in water, right? Your recorded dive of mankind, human, can dive, right? With the every diving gears, with these oxygen cylinders and everything, people, right? We can dive only 300 meters. Human body can tolerate only 300 meters. If you dive further deeper, right, your body is going to crush, and then our body can't tolerate. Titanic ship is in 3 kilometers down, 3,000 meters down. You learn about the Ocean Gate submarine, Did you heard that news, One people get into a sub, the billionaires in the world, they have visited the Titanic. Suddenly what happened, people? Sub crushed. What do you call insplo, not explosion, insplo. Everything crushed in, and then everybody, they say vaporized. They say to that pressure, when suddenly the volume contract, people, it's heat up. So they didn't know their death. They say that their body simply, people, turn into gas. Because under that pressure, they simply vaporize. Mariana Trench is 11 kilometers down, Puta. 11 kilometers down. Right? So therefore there are very limited studies they have done, people, in the deep ocean. Right? If someone dive 30 meters, right? One day, people, when you dive, right? One day when you dive, Chetana, one day when you dive, I think it's going to work. One day when you dive, you can see that, one day when you dive, this is going to happen. Deep water. This is like 30 meters. She is insane. This is called as the nitrogen narcosis. Right? When you dive deeper, because of this high pressure, partial pressure, you go insane. You start doing all the stupid things, people, underwater. Right? She's dancing now. Nitrogen narcosis. Right? And then when you come to the surface, people, the dissolved gas in your blood is going to bubble. And it's cause people diving sickness. So therefore that has to be done with a supervisor, carefully. Sometimes these people, when they get insane, they start hallucinating things. Things are going to like appear that you are like in heaven, and then there are angels are coming, and then you pull all the gears and then you are dancing inside. So they die. Difficult, right? So therefore, people, all this world we can't explore. So many species are therefore unknown to human. So many species are not known to human because of this. Because we can't dive much, we can't explore every place. Volcanic Himalayan mountain, the Everest, very few people have actually reached to the top of the mountains. So all species we can't study. Second one is, people, ecosystem diversity. There are so many different ecosystems, desert. What else, people? Deserts. Can you tell me? Coral reefs, Coral reefs. And then rainforest. What else? Seashore, grasslands. You can see thousands and thousands of different ecosystems present in Earth. You go to your backyard, you can see hundreds of different ecosystems are there. Some ecosystems are tiny, small, micro ecosystems are present. Fish tank is also an ecosystem. So many ecosystems present and so many different species are inhabiting them. So we can't study people all ecosystems on earth overnight. Most of the ecosystems we can't even reach. So they are out of our touch. So ecosystem diversity, studying that is a challenge. And next one is people, genetic diversity. Let's look at some of the students in the class. Samarak kaya mihima polgas wage usa yunoham. Like arecanut trees. Some are like me people, like a barrel like me. Some parts magi put barrel shape again. So, why he is having this body people? Because of his DNA. This DNA. Let's take that people. One gene called capital A is making him taller. This guy is having different genes. This guy is having different genes. Right? Let's take simple A. He is having simple A gene that make him chubby. Shorter, fatter. So, individually you are different to your friend. Look at your friend. Facial differences are there, body shape differences are there, height differences are there, intelligence is different, the marks are different, the way that they speak and the behavior, diseases are different. So many differences present. Biological diversity is studying this genetic diversity too. Not only in human, but all 10 to 100 million species on earth. So it's a difficult task. So we have a challenge now. What is that people? Understanding biological diversity is a challenge. Do you understand why we say that now? Good. Right. I want you to copy this. Kollegan. Make cartoon negan taggal kemblikran. Take that paper. All of you have that? Anyone wants? Kardoni, please raise your hand up if you want that picture book. Arni, go to that plan given. I can adin taggala. Complete this cartoon. This information you can just note down. Hurry. Right. 5 minutes, huh? Taggala di. Online people, can you draw the diagram? Online people, any issues present online lamai? But chat then I can see your chat. But you have to send it to Kauda Chetan Mount co-host the host name send it to host. Voice is not clear. The screen is not clear. Chetan put camera again passada. 45. Put the gun passada. Is it okay now? No issues, sir. Hurry. Let me lock your mics, the other people's mic. I forgot to do that in the morning. Every time we keep the mics locked. Otherwise, neither. Sir, can't see the volcano part. Okay, I'll move the camera. I mean, Chetan, camera ke pass rang arapetru penna nissalam first part ekada. Tawte passing calling yanna meda. Tawte pass rang anne. Taw medara gan. Ye gan inka manne. Taw medara gan. මෙතනින් පෙන්න ඕනම් හරිය මෙතනින් මෙහාට මෙතනින් මේ පැත්තට පෙන්න ඕනම් හරිය Hari, we'll තව චුට්ටක් මේ විතර ගන්න පුළුවන්ද කෙනෙක් චේතන යනවද කැමරා එක? තව පොඩ්ඩක් පස්සට ගන්න බලන්න ඒකලා. Hari, we'll show it in two pieces, huh? We'll show it in two pieces. You won't go in, huh? You cannot capture to one camera. Now you have to paste that the pages. There is a picture document given. Did you receive that picture document? PDF. Rishma, did you receive that picture document? Did you receive that? Yes. Then page number 2 and page number 1. Page number 2 first, page number 1 second. Those two pages you have to paste together and paste to the next page of the book. Is it clear? Okay? Okay, right, good. Did you copy that previous part? Can I move the camera now? A picture is sent, na? So you can download that picture and then draw the diagram based on it. Up to here we have given the picture, so you can use the rest. Online people, please send your addresses to this phone number. We'll post the materials. Right. We'll post all materials within the coming week before next class. Note 779925 362. This number, or else this number for biology, chemistry, physics, for all classes, 3 classes. Please contact this number and send your address. Say that you are 2027 A level and say that you need the tubes. Okay? Send WhatsApp that to these numbers. So we'll arrange the postage this week itself. So we'll receive them before next class. Okay? So please do that. Soon after the class, do it. Right? So we'll make sure that we'll send those information to you. Physical students, we have given you some of the groups. Join with these groups. Later, the masters will give you, to that group, they will give you their individual groups. Okay? Now for chemistry sir's group link, I will send it to the group which is given to you right now. If you are not in the group, send me a message, WhatsApp message to any of these numbers, right, requesting for the group links. Note, I think this is better, note 779925 362, note 7715644409, these 2 numbers, or else note 7. I think these 2 numbers enough, ne? Right? Send a message, WhatsApp message, huh? WhatsApp these numbers, ask for the group link. Chemistry, no answers, physics class, my biology class, ask for the individual links. We'll give you the links, right? Once I take the link from Vajra sir, I'll give it to you. After taking it from Nuwan Balasuri sir, I'll give it to the group, okay? I'll give to the group, so you join with the group and then I'll give the group links there, okay? Now next week, Friday people, is the day before New Year, Sinhala New Year. So 11th, we do the class. There's no little traffic in the town, right? But you're coming in the early morning, so you won't get caught to the traffic. You go home back in the late afternoon. So then you won't get, probably you will get caught to the traffic at the time, right? When you're leaving. But anyway, we do the class next week. No change for the class plan, we'll do. So the before New Year, we'll do 2 classes, right? After New Year, then New Year week, the institute is closed. We'll inform that to the group, right? You just join with the group, all the class updates will give to the group, okay? So next week class we do. So make sure that you WhatsApp these 2 numbers. For bio, chemistry, physics, all 3, WhatsApp these 2 numbers, either number, the upper number is better, and get into the group, join in the group, class updates comes to the group. When we give the other teachers group links, you join with them too, okay? Arne? Right. Okay, just complete a note now. Take that number 2 page. Take that number 2 page. Right. Ideally, and certain parts of the note is printed, so you complete there, right? Understanding biological diversity. At present, our planet is rich in biodiversity. Life on Earth formed about 3.5 billion years ago. Right? Then, when you fill the blank, take that paper now. Take that paper, that sheet. When you fill the blank, write in the same letter size printed in the material, right? That is the font size 12. And if you make it too big your font size, then that space is not going to be enough. Don't write it in too big letters. Right? That's readable. The font size 12 is standard. You can see even tinier things, right? We can see this is our limit. The first formed organisms are believed to be. The first formed organisms are believed to be The first formed organisms are believed to be heterotrophic. The first formed organisms are believed to be heterotrophic, anaerobic, prokaryotes. Heterotrophic, anaerobic, prokaryotes. Heterotrophic, anaerobic, prokaryotes. Next sentence you have to read. But then, since the evolutionary process resulted in the existence biodiversity, since the evolution process resulted the existing biodiversity which exists in the biosphere now, next point right there, scientists assume based on their studies that there are about 10 million to over 100, there are about 10 million to over 100 million, 10 million to over 100 million species in the world. Over 100 million species in the world. 10 million to over 100 million species in the world. Read the remaining part. There is a dynamic relationship between living world and inanimate world. And every organism has specific role in the environment for existence of biosphere. So all organisms help for biosphere to maintain it. The variety of life on earth, the number of species of plants, animals and microorganisms, the diversity of genes they have, and the difference in the ecosystem, such as desert, rainforest, coral reefs are all part of biological diverse earth. Can you write a small description for that picture? It's an lian for the picture, right below the picture, right there, about the picture. Now, early earth at the formation of life. What this picture shows you, early earth at the formation of life. Early earth at the formation of life. It is believed that life form in hot pools. It is believed that the life form, for the same picture, right? It is believed that life form, okay? It is believed that the life form in hot pools of early earth, about 3.5 billion years ago. 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 Right. Now we move to the second topic. What is that? Understanding biological diversity, we talked about. Write the second title, people. Second issue pertaining to biology. Another? Understanding human body and its function. Go to the next page of the CR book. You have to write the title now. Now you got to paste those 2 pages. Hurry me. You can paste it to the next. Now you go to the CR page. Then liyan me title. You're going to paste now those 2 pages there. Don't go to the next page. That one. Yes. You're going to paste those 2. Ne? Put the glue to the margin. Ne? This is my plan. Here you write that, then like this, these 2, and here you write the next note, next title within there. Hurry, go home and paste it so that you can fold it like that. Right. So some of the little longer parts to copy people, sometimes there are long paragraphs. We're going to write essay question based on that. Speed up by reading it. Understand? That's my plan. Otherwise, we have to stuck and then stay people in certain theory parts unnecessarily. We'll do essay question on it. Right? That's the plan, right? So this is a small practice for that. This is something small, but we'll do it. හරි නේද? මෙහෙම දාගත්තනේ පොළද ඊට පස්සේ මෙතනින් ලියන්න ඕන ඊළඟ page එකේ. හරි. Understanding human body and its functions. Understanding human body and its function. Online people, is it clear for you? Right? Or else you can just hold paper, then you can waste by pasting it. Doesn't matter the way you like. Understanding human body and its function. Understanding human body and its function. Understanding human body and its function. Right? Understanding human body and its function. Right? Now human body is complex. Like when you learn biodiversity, you have a challenge. It's a challenge people to learn about human body too. Most of the things about human people are still a mystery. Right? We don't know everything about human. Even if we have like people in the modern medicine, right? We are not knowing most about human body. We treat sometimes patients and the doctors treat people without knowing 100%. Still we all learn. Right? Certain information we have studied and we know. And you're going to learn them. Right? I want you to put your hand on the desk like this. Then the middle finger you have to fold. Middle finger you have to fold. Hurry. When I give you the command, you do what I say. You have to move the thumb up and down. You have to move the index finger up and down. Move the pinky. Small finger up and down. Hurry. The next remaining finger is your ring finger. They're going to put the ring to that. One day, other lift it up. Lift it up. You can't. You can't lift it up. This is your ring finger. You got to be careful when you are lifting your fingers up. If I lift the middle finger, then it's going to be a slang. They can only see. So reason is muscles which operate your hand is somewhere here. They operate your fingers. Finger muscles are not in your fingers. They are here. You feel that when you do that, you feel to your hand. And there are some wires passing through your palm to bend your fingers like this. That is why your fingers are so powerful. You can grip something stronger. Because the muscles are here. Otherwise, if you have muscles in your fingers, finger muscles, they are got to be tiny muscles. You won't be able to grab something. But kanagota hello about why you are like fingers are weaker, right? This is stronger, powerful. So you learn it today, that your capabilities. Some individuals we can see that people they have unusual capabilities. they have unusual. So what do you call the people? You call them as the superpowers. Superpowers. Right? This guy is one of the special interest. This is called as the Mr. Eat All. Mr. Eat All. He has unusual appetite. The guy has unusual appetite. Don't do this at home. So when you go to a supermarket store, hardware items he buy, these bulbs, nuts and bolts. So this is his delicacy, his dish, nuts and bolts. And then he simply bite and shall taste here. It's like a papadam for him. You eat papadam because this guy is eating light bulbs. Mr. Eat All. He died in 1998, I said, but not because of this unusual habit. By spending his full life, he died. So those nuts and bolts go to his stomach. If you do that, it's going to damage your stomach. But this guy, nothing happens. Why? Doctors don't understand. They don't know how he actually survived. So you can imagine when he go to the toilet on the next day morning, all these nuts and bolts are going to be in the toilet commode. This guy is another interesting person. Electric man, the Indian guy. Right? He don't get electrocuted. If you do that at home, people, then you have to find a coffin right next moment. At the Kelim hospital. Don't even try think of that. You can't tolerate it. But this guy can bear up the electricity. How he can do it, we don't know. Simply, the science we say that medicine is that developed people bullshit. We don't know what happened here for this guy. Right? See, that means the current is now flowing from his toe to his mouth without doing any harm. He is a superconductor. Conducting electricity. And then he is now running a blender, people. Normally 13 ampere blender. So this is so amazing. So amazing how he does that. Vacuum cleaner. This and then electric fan and blenders and all. This is so unusual, right? Unusual. Right? So human body is amazing. We need to find out, people. We need to find out how human body actually tolerates all these things. Right? How human body tolerates all these things. It is simply a mystery. The judges are shocked to see that he is running the blender. Right? So they are unusual. So human body structure and the function is related. If you understand the anatomy, you can understand, people, how our body work. So at least little information to get to know about it, people, we use our biology. So learning biology, learning human body itself is a challenge, not only learning biodiversity. Learning human body also a challenge. Okay, let's complete the note under this. That's the last part for the day. When studying biology, especially, especially, not specially, especially, ESPECIALLY, specially, by studying histology, especially by studying histology and anatomy of the human body, and anatomy of the human body, one can gain knowledge, one can gain knowledge, I'll repeat, by studying histology and anatomy of the human body, one can gain knowledge about structure of the organs, structure of the organs. This result in understanding, next point, this result in understanding, next point, this result in understanding and appreciation of the organization and appreciation, APPRECIATION, appreciation of the organization of the human body, appreciation and organization of the human body, and understanding appreciation of the human body and understanding the function of different organ systems, understanding the function of different organ systems, understanding the function of different organ systems, and relationship between structure and function, and relationship between structure and function, between structure and function. Right, we have to discuss further, but then people will wind up our today's discussion with that. It's now 12:15. Now listen, you have the chemistry class at 1:45 p.m. So that's more than 1 hour, 1.5 hours break. You can eat, then Muslim students, you can go to the mosque. The nearby mosque is there, here. So it's next to the Kennedy South bus stand, boys. There's a mosque, right? You can walk there, finish your prayers, then come back. So we have given you people very convenient time schedule with the 3 best masters in the Kandy town. Morning physics, Nuwan Balasuriya sir. I am strongly recommending the class of nuances because it's a English, I think it's the one and only English medium class. I mean, taught in English, otherwise they use mixed language. Either. So you got to be familiar with the terms and all in physics for you to answer and do the questions well. So morning 7:45, 9:45 is our physics class. There can be a small delay today, we will come to the schedule next week onwards, right? Today we got little late in starting the bio class also, setting up and those things. It will be alright by next week. Haribu. Then people, Friday, 10 o'clock to 12:15 my class. We are starting the chemistry class at 1:45 and it will go till 3:45. 4 o'clock everything is going to be over. Only one day. Now you have to come to Kandy City, only one day. You can cover up all 3 and then you can go. Thank you very much for participation today. I'll meet you again when, Lamai? Next Friday. No classes in between. We are going for the next week. All 3 subjects, bio, physics, chemistry, all 3 we are meeting next Friday once again, morning. And then, thank you very much. I won and I'm Bye bye.